What's up, everybody? Ross Christofoli here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't seen my YouTube channel before, I just wanted to go live and share something with you guys, a recent experience that I had, and hopefully you guys can gain a little bit of value from this. So some of you guys may or may not know, but I recently held an event in Chicago called CarrotCon. Now, at this event, we had, say roughly, I wanted more, but about 150 to 155 people show up. We had Damon John speaking. ClickFunnels crew came out there. There's a lot of really neat, nice people that I got to meet and went out there for. And most of the speakers who came out, I loved. Most of them I loved. So I'm not saying any names or anything like that, but I do want to share one experience that I had. And just to kind of let you know why you should always stay humble in life. So hey, what's up, Sean? So when I was at the event, one of the speakers buried himself in the back room for most of the event, in the green room. And the purpose behind it was because if he's out socially mingling with the crowd, well, that would lower his social status. And he's worried he might get mobbed, not even famous. And so he spent most of the time in the back room, not talking to people out in the main area. And even suggested that I do that. And I was like, no, like I pay a lot of money for all these people to come here. I want to go say hi to people. Like I like people. Like I want to be around them. Like I want to have people come up to me and talk to me. That's the whole stinking point of this event. So anyways, when the event all ended, this person was a little bit bitter or sour, you could say, because the attendance wasn't quite what we wanted and had vocalized some very serious frustrations to me. Yet no one else did, by the way. But I looked back at this and I said to myself, God, I made so many connections that were worth it from this event. Like, did I make money at this event? No, but I stayed humble. I was self-aware. I realized I'm not some celebrity status person. I was a guy and I made so many connections from it. And I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I had a call with Damon John's company, the president of the company, his company, and now we had a meeting yesterday. We have a follow-up meeting coming up next week. I'm going to be helping them in their agency. I'm going to be helping that. They're going to be possibly utilizing lead care. Like there's some really cool things that are coming, and it's all still talking, so nothing's official yet. But it was just cool even getting to meet these guys, and they were so nice, so down to earth. But I thought to myself, had I been a douchebag, not gone out and socialized with people, I might not have been accessible for the team, his team, to even grab my information the way they did at the event. Also, I won't say any names. I'm not allowed to say any names. But one of the guys who works at ClickFunnels, he and I got to talking, started socializing. Now we've become, I would say that we're almost on the friends level, you could say, because we talk here and there throughout the week. And he has got me set up in some meetings with some higher profile marketer, I should say, that is going to be giving lead care a test run, and we're going to be helping them on their follow-up, etc., and helping them with those things. And there's a few other like integration connections with like Dash Clicks and a few other things that I would have never got had I played the social status game, ran in the back room, and hid pretending I'm some sort of celebrity. I would have never, ever gotten that chance. But because I actually went out, socialized, networked, was with people, doors open up. There's a lesson to be learned here for you guys. Don't try to be something you're not. So don't try to set up something to make it seem like you're bigger than you are. You need the transparency because that's what will attract people to you. Vulnerability is going to attract people to you. The second thing that I think is really, really important is to always view others above yourself. Always view people as higher than you. If you do that, people will like you better. You'll have better connections. And this whole thing of like social status kind of irritates me in a way, because people will recognize that if you have a skill that they need help with. People will recognize, for instance, I launched a program on selling a course to cold traffic at this event. People will recognize that I've sold courses to cold traffic. I don't have to be a stuck up, blah, 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 in order for them to be able to do that. I just got off the phone with one of my really good childhood friends who actually was out at the event. And he told me that he purchased something from one of the speakers at the event. It wasn't like a big expensive thing, but he purchased something, and then when he went up to ask them a question, the guy was like, he like pulled in his assistant to come like answer the question for him, like he wasn't going to open his mouth. And I was like, what is wrong with people? Like, what is wrong with people? Why do people need to try to elevate themselves up here? That's not how you win over customers. That's not how you win over people. When you meet someone, they want to feel like you're down to earth. You're a real person. They want to connect with you. I'll tell you this right away. When I sat in that back room with Dame and John for 15 minutes, it did not feel like I was sitting next to somebody who sold billions of dollars worth of crap. He was so nice and so down to earth that it literally felt like I was sitting next to just a nice human being. There's something to be said about that. I also have this feeling inside me that when people have to try to fictitiously set things up to make it seem like they're bigger than they are, that it almost feels as if they're compensating for something, if that makes sense. So anyways, I just wanted to go live, talk about the benefits of being who you are, being legit, just being transparent, vulnerable, honest with people, and they'll love you for it. Just one last side note, I made a Facebook post just a couple days ago, and it was very vulnerable, talking about my failures at the event, the things I'm going to do better next year, all that stuff. And so many people resonated with an entrepreneur trying and falling short of his goals. And so I had a couple people reach out to me and tell me I should pull that off. They said, hey, people might not come next year. And I said, I think it's having the opposite effect. I think more people want to come next year because of the vulnerability and wanting to see somebody who's right there with them succeed. So I'm going to leave it. And so that's my thought process, and I'm going to practice what I preach on that. You guys have a great day.